your ricotta cheese. Oh, me. What's going on, champions? I'm back. It's fucking Easter. Who gives a shit? I'm just so excited about Easter that I've even tried to dress up this fucking boring kitchen with whatever the that is. I find the pageantry of Easter very confusing. I like the long weekend thing, except I work for myself, so it makes no fucking difference. As far as I knew, Easter is about a dude who gets crucified, bunged in a tomb, and then 3 days later, he unbungs himself out of the tomb, and then we all have chocolate eggs given to you by a rabbit. Why is there a fucking rabbit hiding fucking treats from children? I find that pretty weird. Easter is stressful enough. I don't need you fucking hiding dinner. Chickens are a thing too, right? So the chicken's giving the rabbits the eggs. That's not the kind of egg you want for Easter, it's not.
Here you go, Timmy. A lovely egg.
So I got an idea. Seeing as everyone just seems to fucking make up their own mascots, how about I introduce you to a couple of my ideas? Hey everyone, I'm Easter Pineapple, and I've got a knife. Easter fries. No, I don't know, how about fucking Taco Santa? Would anyone like a taco? I hid some in the bush. Look, Easter's weird. All this shit's really fucking confusing. I can't keep up. The hot cross buns and all this fucking bullshit. I don't fucking really give a fuck about all that. So I'm starting my own tradition, hot cross cannelloni. Up on the thing. Great. There's all the stuff. You can write it down. You can fucking fax it to yourself. You can go hide it in the garden with some chocolate eggs. If you don't like pumpkin, don't put the fucking pumpkin in it. Just bulk it out with extra fucking ricotta cheese and shit. Right, okay, that's enough of that. Fuck off. Good, thanks. Right, let's fucking sort this shit out. Oh my God, that was loud. Right, so turn your oven. That's not an oven, that's the oven. Turn that oven onto 200 degrees. Fucking salt on your pumpkin. Chop the pumpkin up already, have already done that. Bung a bit of that shit in there, put some on the bench. I'm putting in chili flakes, because I like chili flakes, yes I do. Get some pepper. Oh. Yeah, chuck us that. Crack a pepper. Fuck, I hate that thing. This thing just decided to start working again, which is great. Thank you very much. Mix that shit together. Bung it on a fucking tray. Bang it in the fucking oven, like that. Close it. Wait till it's fucking cooked. Then once it's cooked, open the fucking oven. Pull it back out. Bob's mate of yours. Easy. Obviously that takes more than a few seconds. When it looks cooked, it's usually cooked. I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes, depending on the size of the pumpkin you cut up. Set it aside somewhere so you can fucking do the rest of your shit. Now, we need to wilt the spinach. Now, wilting spinach is about the most fucking boring thing on earth. It's as easy as this. Put it in a pan with some fucking olive oil, stir it around till it looks like that, then pull it out, put it on some paper towel or in a sieve, squeeze all the wet shit out of it, chop the fucking shit up, and then bung it in a fucking bowl like that. Fucking goes there. Now we're gonna make the tomato sauce that goes with the cannelloni. Very fucking easy. You can follow my quarantine sauce recipe if you like, or we'll do a kind of simple version of that now. If you do use fresh tomatoes, make sure you cook them down quite a lot. You don't want a really fucking watery sauce. Otherwise the cannelloni ends up probably like this does. Cut that up, cut that up. If you like chili, cut those up in a bowl. Fucking on you go, champ. Turn the thing on. Look at him go. Tablespoon of butter. Fucking in with this. If you're seeing fuckwits do this kind of shit, all it is doing that, but like a smart ass. If you do want to give this nonsense a bit of a try, I'll tell you what's good to practice with. Just put dry rice in the pan and fucking practice doing it that way. So shove it forwards, flick it back. Very fancy and no one cares.
Okay, and then one more thing. So if you are going to give it a crack, champions, try and dodge these square edge pans because they're a bit trickier. Look for something with a bit of a lip on it. Otherwise you might throw the shit on the fucking roof.
Basil leaves. Now I'll turn the heat up slightly and then we go with a glass of red wine. You can even set it on fire, you're a bit smart ass. and then throw it all over your kitchen. Fucking ruined Easter. Don't set it on fire, would you? Now we want to cook the booze right out of that. In we go with our whole tomatoes. I'm going to put a lid on that, turn the heat down, and let it cook for a little while we make the fucking cannelloni. Now all the ingredients that have cooled down now and have been chopped
Very finely.
in you go. Ricotta cheese. Oh, fuck me. I like putting feta cheese in it because it gives it a kind of nice saltiness. Really crumble it up very, very finely. You'd be surprised with ricotta and spinach, if you don't put a little bit of salt in it, it kind of tastes a bit like fucking nothing. I don't know, about 50 grams of parmesan, half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Now, we want to mix all that together. Just use your fucking hands. Feel any lumps in there, give them a fucking squeeze. Does this sound really fucking fun? You're welcome to add a pinch of salt to it if you like. Now I've been cooking this for a couple of minutes with the lid off, so it kind of thickens up a little bit. Give it a taste. It's good. But I'm going to add a couple of little things to it. A little bit of brown sugar, a pinch of salt, and a nice crack of pepper. And try it again. Fucking oath. Just kind of blend it a little bit. Now, one packet of fucking cannelloni tubes, in general, about 200 to 250 grams, should fit in a tray, about that size. 30 centimetres by 24. You may have a little left over. That's all right. Bang some use it up tape on it and use it fucking later. Gently lay in a base of your Easter sauce. If you can go to the shops and find yourself one of these fuckwits, it will help a lot. It's called a piping bag. I know it looks like something you got wrong in fucking maths. You can wash them, reuse them, they're great. You can get on the bags and use one of these fucking things and just pile your ingredients on and kind of snip the end off. The only issue with these things, they're quite fucking flimsy, so they tend to burst and give you the shits. Probably put a bit too much in there. Oh well. Have a look at the cannelloni, have a look at the tip there. So make sure you don't fucking cut it up here or you'll just end up pumping out an annoying sausage that you can't fit in it. If all that happens and you fuck it all up, don't worry about it. Just get your fingers in there and just fucking shove it in with your digits. Your right hand, I wrap it around and give it a twist like that. We want to put that in there, give it a squeeze. There you go. Place that in there, very, very nice. So on and fucking so forth until you run out of this shit and those things. Now, if you don't like using the hard shells, you can also buy lasagna sheets or you can make your own pasta sheets, which is very nice. I kind of like the dry pasta shells because I do. Now, you want to make sure they're not fucking crammed together. You got to leave a little gap so you can get some sauce in between it. Get the rest of your sauce and we'll tip that over the top. Cover it in foil. Oven, same temperature, 190, 200 degrees, depending how fucking off its guts your oven is. In we fucking go. 20 minutes. What's the colour of Easter? Yellow. Yellow? Righto. That's fucking green. Out we come. 20 minutes. Now we get rid of the foil. I've grated some mozzarella. So grate on some of this gear, some parmesan. Back in the fucking oven for another 10 minutes. See you in 10, Ben. Righto, champions, it's time to take it out of the oven. Let's do it. Well, excuse me, but that looks fucking sick. What makes this a hot cross cannelloni, you saying that? Let me show you.
Hot cross cannelloni, hot cross cannelloni, one a fucking, two a fucking, hot cross cannelloni.
I mean, you don't have to put the parsley in a cross. You can just fucking calm down, Easter. Is it shit? Let's find out. Fucking look at that, would you? That's fucking sick. Good luck with your Easter. Don't let the dickheads get you down. See you next time. Oh yeah. Fuck packet cannelloni. Let's see how this fucking piece of shit turned out. This is a pre-made one.
Pasta's so sloppy.
Well, it's pretty rough.